Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the July 2021 SDI New Student Orientation. My name is Rob Exum, and I'm the Vice President of Student Affairs. Thank you all very much for attending. We are thrilled that you have chosen SDI to further your education, and we look forward to working with all of you throughout your time at SDI. We will be presenting a lot of information tonight, so please pay close attention for the duration of the orientation. You can ask questions throughout the presentation using the Q&A function on your screen, but we will also reserve time at the end for any questions, so you can wait until then if you prefer. One of our Student Services Advisors, Lindsay Peterson, will be answering the questions throughout the presentation, so you can submit those, like I said, or just wait till the end and we will make sure we get everybody's questions answered. We will also do a few trivia questions throughout with some giveaways at the end, so please interact with us for those. We have some pretty cool swag that we give away, so make sure you're taking notes, paying attention, and you'll get those questions right, and you might be up for one of those swag bags. All right, well, before we begin, I would like to introduce our president, Tracy Lee, for a few words. Tracy, go ahead and take it away.
Great, thanks, Rob. Hey, everyone, I won't take up too much time, but I always like to personally welcome our students to SDI. So welcome to our July 2021 start. Right after Independence Day celebrations, you get to dive into your coursework. So I'm pleased to have all of you join for an experience that offers a college education and programs that align with your background and passion. The enthusiasm of our students really makes this the best job I've had since working in the education sector for over 30 years now. And I think the same goes for the entire SDI team, some of whom you'll hear from tonight. The staff and faculty at SDI demonstrate that most dedication to the firearms industry and a solid commitment to your education. That means that everyone presenting on this call, plus the others you'll interact with throughout your program, are committed to providing assistance and support throughout your studies with us. That this orientation is designed just for that, to pave the way to get you off to a good start, let you know some of the resources available that will help you navigate through graduation and beyond. So I know that's really the information you're here to learn about, so I will pass it back to Rob.
Thank you very much, Tracy. All right, up next, I'm going to bring in our master gunsmith, Kip Carpenter. Kip has over 40 years of experience in the industry, and he will be an invaluable resource for all of you throughout your time at SDI. Kip, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, thanks, Rob. And I, too, want to welcome you all to SDI, and welcome to our SDI family, as we like to put it here. And you know, just real quick, because we are heading into the 4th of July weekend, I just want to say to all of our active and retired military out there, thank you so much for all the freedoms that you've given us and have unselfishly sacrificed your time and your efforts to keep us all safe. So shout out to you guys. And to everyone else, I just want to welcome you here and just touch a little base on my role here at SDI. I have been the master gunsmith for a while now. And I started out about 40 years ago in the same place you did. And I was just looking for somewhere to go and what to do. And we didn't really have a lot back then. And that's why I'm so proud to be part of SDI today, because all those years that we saw out there, what gunsmiths coming up would need to know and would come to, we've worked so hard to bring to you, and we're continually to do so. And I just want to touch base a little bit as one of the former lead instructors here, a little bit about what it's like to interact with your instructors. I'm sorry. And one of the things that I really want to point out right off the bat is we're all committed to you. Everybody at SDI is committed to the student. And we just really want you to understand that. So please, when you're dealing with your instructors, because we are online, we don't have the way to just see you and kind of tell, hey, he might need some help or whatever. So please reach out to all of your instructors, drill us, make us earn our living. I mean, really, ask us those questions, ask us those tough questions. Any question that you have that you're not real sure about, please ask it. We want to help you. We want to do everything we can to help you with your projects. And that is something I think you'll find that all of your instructors here will be willing to do. And if you need my help, you can always reach out to me too. In our department, we're always there to help our our students out. And one thing I want to point out to you is I know we're in a lot of crazy times right now. And this is nothing that I haven't seen in my career before, probably before a lot of you were even born. But, you know, I just want to say that it always works out in the end. So always keep the faith. Everything's going to be fine. And guys, you have no better time for getting into this business than we even did then. There are so many, much more firearms out there and so many different niches in the industry that you can go to, as well as just start your own business if you want to just jump right out there and do that. And we want to help you every step of the way. So please, please utilize your instructors, ask those questions, really buckle down and learn that information, and go back and revisit it and look at it some more and just really digest it, because it will stick in your head even years after you leave here. You'll think, you know what? I remember I learned that at SDI. And I can tell you that firsthand from a lot of the books that I used to read. In fact, the other day, I was looking for some field notes that I had, and there they were. So I really encourage you to really get out there and buckle down with your education and really, really put the effort into it. And we're going to put the effort in to meet you the other way. And I tell you what, we have seen students leave the school and have done incredible things. And that's all of you too. We know you can do it. I know you can do it because I did it. And with that also, I want to talk a little bit about the discussion boards that we still have. And the discussion boards are great for you to interact with your instructor and your fellow students, and you can share a lot of these cool ideas and concepts, because at SDI, we have people who come here who've never worked on firearms to guys who've been working on firearms for a few years. And there's a lot of great interaction you can do there and give tips to each other. So I really encourage you to take advantage of that. And you're going to hear a lot of information tonight, so I really suggest getting a pad and paper down and take some notes. You're going to hear about deadlines for your assignments and things of that nature. And when it comes to those assignments, you know, really try to make those deadlines, because you don't want to lose any points or anything like that. And we all know about time management, and we all know about time constraints. We all live with it too. And, you know, there's a lot to be said for really planning out your time so you have some time to study. So I really encourage you to do that. And what you're going to get out of this education is exactly what you're going to put into it. And I can assure you, if you put 100% into it and we put 100% into it, you're going to get 200% back. And so really just own it and take it and dream big. And again, I just want to welcome you all to SDI. We're really encouraged and really excited to have you here. And I look forward to maybe interacting with you myself. And I know I speak for all the instructors when we say, hey, we're just really glad to have you in the classes, and they're all looking forward to having you in their classes. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to Rob, because you guys have got a lot to go over tonight, and I really appreciate you letting me take this chance to speak to you. Back to you, Rob.
Thank you very much, Kip. All right, up next, I'm briefly going to go over our financial services team. So all of you should have been through the financial services process already, had your funding set up, whether you're utilizing VA funding or TA funding or federal student aid, or if you're on a payment plan, anything like that. I have the financial services advisors listed here on the screen. So if you have any questions left over, or if you really don't know what's going on in the funding process, give them an email, give them a phone call. They'll take care of you. Do that tonight or first thing in the morning, and they will reach back out to you, make sure you have all your questions answered and everything is ready to go. For my student loan borrowers, please keep in mind that loans do need to be repaid after you graduate, you withdraw, or you drop to a less than half-time enrollment status. Having said that, only borrow what you need to cover your institutional charges if you can. The less amount of money you borrow, the less you have to pay back. And obviously loans accrue interest, and once you're done with school, you're gonna have to pay your loans back with interest, so please keep that in mind. If you can make payments while you're in school, that's a great idea. Right now, especially with COVID going on, the interest is frozen, so if you make payments on your student loans, you're gonna be hitting the principal, which is the best thing you can do. That way, once you get out of school, you withdraw, you drop to less than half time, you're gonna have less principal amount to pay back on your student loans. When it is time to repay your loans, make sure you're working with your servicer to set up the best option for you. There are many different options available, many different income-driven repayment plans, so make sure that you're working with your servicer to set up the payments that are the best for you, that fit your budget. The very worst thing that you can do is not pay on your student loans. If you default on your student loans, it will badly affect your credit. The government can garnish your wages, they can put liens on your house, they can even keep your tax refunds on a yearly basis. So please keep that in mind. Paying whatever you can on your loans is obviously the better decision than defaulting on your student loans. And even if you can't afford a large monthly payment, just work with your servicer, pay whatever you can to avoid going into default on your student loans. Your servicer will walk you through all your options, like I said, or we've partnered with somebody called Champion College Services. They are there as a resource for our students only. They are not a collector, they are not a bill collector or anything like that. They're just there for your use. Reach out to them, they can walk you through the entire process. They can even get on the phone with you and your servicer to make sure that you're getting set up on the right payment plan once you're ready to repay your student loan. So please keep that in mind, use them once you get out of school. And even if you have questions now, they are available to you, so you can reach out to them or you can reach out to our financial services advisors. All right, up next, I'm going to go to our Student Services Department and one of our Student Services Advisors, Justine Deutschlander, and she will cover the Student Services Department. Justine, go ahead and take it away.
Awesome, thanks Rob. Hello everyone and welcome. Again, my name is Justine Deutschlander and I am one of 5 Student Services Advisors. Our advisors include Lindsay Peterson, Julie Logidis, Theo Cesuris, and Dayon Willis. You have been assigned an advisor based on the admissions representative who helped you through your enrollment process. By now, you should have received a call or an email from your advisor. However, if you have not and need to locate their contact information, you can find it on the page shown in this presentation or within your student portal. As a student, you now have access to 3 platforms that will use all of the same credentials. First, you have your online classroom, which is where you will attend your classes. You will want to log in by selecting the Microsoft Office option on the login page of the classroom. Then you have your student portal, which was set up when you applied for admissions here at SDI, and that will house information such as your schedule, finances, and GPA. And then your student email, which is through Office 365. You will access your student email at office.com, and you will be given an Office suite, which will contain the OneDrive and other Microsoft Office products to include Word and PowerPoint. One thing to keep in mind is when communicating with your instructors via email, please make sure you're emailing them from your student account only. It is your responsibility to make sure you're checking your STI email account on a consistent basis to ensure you have received and read all SDI notifications. As I mentioned before, all 3 platforms utilize the same login information. This also allows you the ability to reset your passwords should you ever need to. You will reset your password through the Office website only. Keep in mind, once you reset the password, it will change the password for all 3 platforms. Your first set of courses will be uploaded into the classroom on Monday the 5th. If at the end of business day on Monday, the courses have not been uploaded or you are experiencing trouble accessing your classroom, please reach out to your Student Services Advisor as soon as possible. It is important to begin your courses within the first week and that you continue to work in all of your scheduled courses on a weekly basis throughout your enrollment. Students who do not post attendance within the first 7 days of the course start date will be removed from that course and it will be rescheduled for the next available date. Once first week attendance has been established in a course, any student who does not post attendance in a 14-day period throughout the remainder of the course will be withdrawn from the course due to not meeting the attendance policy. If you begin to fall behind or anticipate any sort of delay of attendance, please be sure to communicate with your instructor and your assigned advisor. Attendance is defined by SDI as submitting written assignments, course-related discussion boards, and/or a discussion of an exam. So simply logging into your classroom is not considered as posted attendance. Please also be advised that there is a week break scheduled in between each 16-week semester. The most compatible devices for our online classroom are a desktop or a laptop. Chromebooks, tablets, phones, they're not always compatible. If you have any questions about the technology requirements, please refer to our catalog located on our website. Also, please note that a malfunction of a computer or internet access is not considered a mitigating circumstance for late or missing work or an incomplete request. In your first two classes, BBS 100 and FTT 100, you will see a syllabus quiz. This should be one of the first steps taken in your new classes within the first day or two. Please review the syllabus prior to taking the quiz. This will also help you establish your first week of attendance. Your initial discussion response is due on Thursday for all scheduled courses. All other weekly assignments are due by 11:59 Arizona time on Sunday. If you have further questions regarding due dates, course requirements, and policies, please refer to the course syllabus. And then for further clarification on the course syllabus, you may contact your instructor. We also have a few resources to assist you with getting prepared for classes. By now, you should have access to your online classroom, which contains a new student orientation. That orientation walks you through a number of resources to assist you throughout the program. In addition, on July 5th, you will receive the SDI Survival Kit via email from your Student Services Advisor. The Survival Kit contains 4 videos to assist you with your classes. The videos include posting discussions and submitting assignments, checking your individual grades and feedback, navigating the OneDrive, and then some tips and tricks on time management. We highly recommend viewing these videos within the first few days of school, as well as saving them in case you need a refresher down the road. You will also find our writing center inside of each of your classes. There are a number of resources there to assist you with citing your sources and properly formatting your assignments in an MLA format. By now, shipment orders for students beginning on Monday the 5th have begun going out, and tracking information has been generated from our shipping department. If you do not receive your tracking information to your student email by the end of this week, please contact shipping. All shipment notifications will be sent to your student email. When you receive your shipment, please open it immediately and make sure all of the necessary items are present. Our list of materials can be located on the SDI website, and then Lindsay is also going to put the link in the chat as well. In addition to your course materials, you will also receive a welcome package. You should receive your welcome package by the end of your first course. Questions and concerns regarding shipments or materials must be directed to the shipping department. In addition, please let shipping or your student services advisor know immediately of any address changes to avoid any delays throughout your program. The shipping department can be contacted via email at shipping@sdi.edu or by phone at 480-744-0845. Also, be sure to notate any classes that require you to have access to a firearm. For example, any new students starting with FTT 100 Introduction to Firearms will need access to a firearm. And lastly, remember, communication is key. Should you ever have any questions or concerns, please don't ever hesitate to reach out. If we do not know, we cannot help. We are all very excited to have you on board, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you very much, Justine. All right, before we continue, I'm going to bring in our VP of Growth and Marketing, Jennifer McInnes, and she will have our first trivia question of the night. Jennifer, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Rob, and welcome everybody. We're so glad you're here. You'll hear more from me as the night goes on, but I wanted to pop in here and explain how tonight's trivia is going to work. So I'm going to ask a couple questions this evening just to make sure everybody was paying attention. And what I'd like to have you do, if you'd like to participate, is hop on over to the chat section of your Zoom, not the Q&A section, the chat section. That's the one I'm going to be looking at. Many of the questions tonight are going to be multi-part questions. And if you could do me a favor and wait to submit your response until the entire thing has been asked so that I can make sure that you get all of the pieces correct, that would be great. I'm going to ask a question. You're going to pop it in the chat, and I am going to select some winners at random. So without any further ado, let's get to the first one. Oh, one more thing, one more little pro tip in the chat. I've noticed most of you guys have got this completely good to go, but just in case anybody came in a little bit late, for those of you who want to be chatting with other students and you want your fellow students to see your chats, make sure that you have changed your Zoom chat settings so that it says to all panelists and attendees. Their default setting is just to all panelists, which is that's us SDI members. And so for those of you who have not yet changed that setting, go ahead and do that now. Okay, here's my first question for you. And again, please don't respond until I have put the whole thing out there. Okay, here we go. Students who do not post attendance within how many days of the new course start date will be withdrawn and re-enrolled in that course at a later date? And once attendance has been established, students who do not post attendance at least every how many days will be withdrawn from a course? So that's a two-part question. I'm looking for both parts in your answer. All right, looks like we've got the hang of it. Rob, back to you.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Up next, we're going to go to our Academic Affairs Department, and I'm going to bring in our Associate Dean of Faculty Administration, Sarah McGilvray. Sarah, go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Rob. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. As Rob stated, my name is Sarah McGilvray, and I'm the Associate Dean of Faculty Administration here at SDI. By now, you should have received your login credentials from Student Services, so please log into the online classroom and become familiar with it. Upon login, you will see that you are enrolled in the SDI Student Orientation. Please be sure to go through the course very thoroughly, as there is a lot of important information that you will need to know. Some items you'll review and or have access to include training videos, information in a direct link to tutor.com, information in a direct link to the Learn library, as well as plagiarism and proctoring information. Students in the associate's degree program will take up to 2 proctored exams throughout their studies. The following courses are proctored: Advanced Ballistics and Customizing and Woodworking. SDI currently uses ProctorU, a service that allows test takers to complete exams at their scheduled convenience while still ensuring exam integrity for institutions. More information on ProctorU can be located in the top section of your proctored courses. Please be sure to review all ProctorU documents to ensure you're properly prepared to take your exam. Your proctored exam will be located in week 8 of your course. However, don't wait until the last minute to schedule your exam, because the longer you wait, the less time slots you'll have to choose from. When your courses are shared on their start date, the following information will be located in the top section of your courses. These items will include Faculty Information and Announcements Forum, the course syllabus, all course textbooks, and grading rubrics. Please be sure to review all of those documents before beginning your coursework. The best way to get a hold of your instructor is to email them from your SDI email account directly to theirs. Their name and email can be found in the Faculty Information and Announcements Forum in the top section of your course. Please allow 24 to 48 hours for your instructor to respond to your email. If you have any questions in regards to the course content, assignments, quizzes, or grades, reach out to your instructor directly. Again, their contact information is located in the top section of your course. I'm going to review weekly due dates one more time, so please pay close attention. Your initial discussion board post is due by Thursday night, 11:59 p.m. Arizona time. Your response to classmates posts are due by Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. Arizona time. And written assignments are also due by Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. Arizona time. Be sure to keep those 2 due dates in mind and not to confuse them. Failure to submit any assignment or discussion board post on time will result in loss of points or no points at all. Please allow at least 6 business days from the due date for your instructor to grade your assignments. If there's anything that I can do to assist you, please feel free to reach out to me. Welcome to SDI.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Well, we got a ton of responses for trivia question number 1, so I'm going to bring Jennifer back in, and she's going to handle the next trivia question. Jennifer, it's all yours.
We sure did. You guys did a great job with the first trivia question. Second trivia question, I bet you can guess what we're going to ask about tonight. This is a 3-part question. Here we go. This is all about posting attendance and when due dates are. Are we ready? So initial discussion posts are due by when, responses to your classmates are due by when, and all other written assignments are due by when. I'm looking for the day, time, and time zone. Day, time, and time zone. So initial discussions are due by when, responses to your classmates are due by when, and all other written assignments are due by when. All right, Rob, back to you.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. We are going to stay in the Academic Affairs Department, and I'm going to bring in our VP of Academic Affairs, Mike Olson. Mike, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, thanks so much, Rob. And again, thanks to all of you for joining the SDI family and for sticking around through this orientation so that you could hear these valuable pieces of information. Now, Kip warned you at the beginning that you were going to get a flood, and I think we can agree that's not wrong. So I'm going to do my best to keep my piece fairly concise. As Rob mentioned, my name is Mike. I'm SDI's VP of Academic Affairs. The very first thing I want to share with you are 5 kind of pro tips for the online classroom and the online student experience. Now, some of this is probably going to be maybe a little obvious. That's a good thing. If you're hearing me say these things and you saying, oh yeah, I've got these in the bag, that's a really good sign. But hey, sometimes it's the really basic stuff that we most need to be reminded of. And let's face it, I wouldn't be bringing these up to you if I didn't see every week some student facing a challenge because they didn't remember to follow one of these tips. So here we go. Number 1, speaking of basics, we're going to start at the very beginning. I'm going to paraphrase a colleague of mine. A good online student starts by being a good student. What do I mean? Turn in original work. Don't plagiarize. You remember that from high school. Turn in original work. Follow the policies and the assignment instructions. Make your deadlines. When you can't make a deadline, be accountable. Don't try to make excuses to your instructor, and let him or her know what's going on and be accountable. Again, follow the basics, and that's going to put you on the right path. One last about those, Kip mentioned the discussion boards. Do me a favor and be polite and professional in those. We design our courses for adult learners, and I think we all have a better experience when we comport ourselves that way. Okay, number 2, Sarah mentioned the online classroom orientation. New SDI students, please don't skip this, and please don't skip over the syllabus in each of your classes. Review them carefully, go through them. Don't let a misunderstanding of an academic policy get in the way of your success. Please, please, please review that orientation, the syllabi, understand those policies, ask your instructor, ask an advisor, ask me if you don't understand one of them. Again, please don't let a misunderstanding get in the way of your success. Number 3, Kit mentioned time management. Have a plan. Have a plan to get the work done when things get tough. It's easy to participate in a class when everything's going smooth, but we all know that the smooth times are short. So, when life and job and family and, hobbies and everything else and school clash, that's when it gets tough to participate. That's when you need to have a plan. It's not the time to make a plan. It's when you need to have a plan. So make that up front. Speaking of, have a plan on what you're going to do if you have an issue with your internet access or your technology. If your laptop goes down or your access goes down, be prepared to either borrow someone else's equipment or work from a place that has free Wi-Fi or a hotspot. It goes without saying, our programs are online, and if you cannot get online, you cannot participate. So again, have a plan for those situations as well. And my last classroom pointer, everybody loves the hands-on projects. Document as much as you can when you do those projects. Anytime you do a hands-on project, the instructions are going to tell you what pictures you need to turn in or what steps you need to show in your video. hey, that's the bare minimum. The more you can show your instructor, the more he or she can see what it is you're doing and give you meaningful feedback. So document as much as you can, follow the instructions and the tutorials for submitting that multimedia, and those will go smoothly for you. So those are my 5 classroom tips. I got just 2 more things to share with you. You know, I've always liked to say, I think the best students are the ones that think of themselves as future graduates. I don't know if you guys saw this on YouTube, but we just got to celebrate our inaugural graduation ceremony. Graduated a lot of students over the years, but this was the first ceremony we did with them. And I was very honored to be a part of that. It was an awesome experience. And so let me tell you, connecting that to this orientation, to meeting you guys virtually for the very first time, it's really cool. So I hope that you guys take these goals into your mind, and you see yourselves as future graduates from this day forward. So 2 quick goals for those. 1, our accrediting agency, that's the Distance Education Accrediting Commission. They offer an outstanding graduate award every year. And they do that to recognize both academic achievement and contribution outside of the classroom. So at SDI, we want to know, what are you doing in the firearms industry or in your community? Or, you know, if you've got some cool project going on, if you're doing something cool, maybe training people in you know, self-defense or carrying or anything like that, let us know about that. We want to take all that into account when we name our outstanding graduate for the year that you guys graduate. The second thing that I want you guys to think about is the Delta Epsilon Tau Honor Society. Now, what honor societies are is they're kind of these networking opportunities where alumni from institutions all over the country, sometimes all over the world, get to show affiliation with each other and get to network, possibly in ways that they wouldn't otherwise have access to. So again, the DEAC, our accrediting agency, and SDI work together to sponsor a chapter of Delta Epsilon Tau. And once again, superior academic performance, being that outstanding student with that positive attitude, just like outstanding graduate, that is a goal for after you complete your associate's degree program. So be thinking about those types of things, you know, as you work through your programs. All right, Rob, that does it. I'm going to give it back to you. But one more time, again, thank you guys so much for letting us be a part of your goals.
Thank you very much, Mike. Up next, I'm going to bring in our Director of Military and Veteran Services, Walter Howard. Walter, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, thanks a lot, Rob. Hey, good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Military and Veteran Services Department, I would like to welcome you to SDI. And that's probably the very first military word I've seen there, Michael. Semper Fi, for all you veterans out there. For those of you that are current and former service members, I would like to personally thank you for service to our country. As a retired soldier, I take great pride in assisting our military-connected students and connecting you to the programs and the resources that can help you achieve your educational goals. You've heard a lot of people talk about the online classroom. All of the things that I'm going to talk to you about, you can find within the online classroom, is within the Student Virtual Community Center. As such, this department provides an internal and mobile asset to interact with the student population, as well as help our students navigate the many services and resources that are available to you, whether you're faced with difficult circumstances that happen to be personal or academic. Currently, we help our students address personal needs, provide information on service aid societies, provide you information on the Veterans Administration services and resources, information on resiliency, mental health, and suicide prevention. I'll talk to you a little bit about the Salute program. We do military outreach, and of course, we can get you to the appropriate SDI department to help you along your way. You can access these resources through the Sergeant Michael J. Beckerman Military and Veteran Services Office, which is located at the Tempe campus. Or, like I said earlier, you can find that within the Student Virtual Community Center, which is accessible via your online classroom student dashboard. For access, all students will have to acknowledge a term of service to access certain content. Our goal is to improve the current services we offer while assisting you in meeting your goals both inside and out of the classroom. If there are any resources that you feel that would benefit others, hey, send that over to us. We'll kindly evaluate it and look at including it in the center. In addition to the services that we do conduct for SDI, as stated before, we do also conduct the outreach. Our military outreach consists of supporting veteran organizations, education fairs at various military installations, and right now many of those are virtual, but I'm also here to tell you we'll be coming out there to some of those installations near you here very soon. And we also support the Yellow Ribbon events for our Guard and Reserve service members. You'll be able to find out where we are and what we're doing out there by taking a look at the calendar that's posted there within the virtual community center. And we will also probably get back to the Where in the World is SDI Facebook posting here pretty soon as well. If you happen to notice that we're out there, hey, stop by, let us know how we're doing. Let us know if there's anything that we can do for you as well. And the one thing I really like most of you student veterans to get involved with is get involved with your education. We do oversee the Student Veteran Steering Committee. This committee is comprised of individuals that include students, alumni, faculty, and staff from around the institution who support veteran initiatives. This group is committed to advancing policies, programs, and opportunities that benefit our student veterans. The Student Veteran Steering Committee meets on the first Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. And that's absolutely not true. It's actually at 5 p.m. Eastern time is what time we actually, 7 p.m. Eastern time is what we actually meet, I'm sorry. And if you're interested in participating, you can shoot me an email today and I'll get you added on that. We do have a meeting next Wednesday, as a matter of fact. But information pertaining to that group is also listed in the Student Virtual Community Center. The last topic that I'd like to talk to you about pertains to the SDI chapter of the Salute Veterans National Honor Society. Membership in this honor society is only open to student veterans that are enrolled in the Associate of Science and Firearms Technology degree program. Salute is the platform that we use to recognize the honorable service and scholastic achievements of our student veterans. More information can be found within the Student Virtual Community Center. I've said that thing I don't know how many times for you on there, but it will be found under the Student Veteran Organizations tab. Once again, if the Department of Military and Veteran Services can be of any assistance to you during your tenure, you can reach out to me directly. My email is posted, or you can reach out to the department at mvs@sdi.edu. Back to you, Rob.
Thank you very much, Walter. And last but not least, I'm going to bring Jennifer McInnes back in, and she will probably do another trivia question and then cover her department. Jennifer, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you very much, Rob. Yeah, one final trivia question tonight. This one is hopefully somewhat easy if you were paying attention, but you have to think all the way back to when Justine was talking. So here's the question, the very last one. Are there any breaks during your SDI program? If so, when are they and for how long? So that's kind of a three-part question here. Are there any breaks during your SDI program? If so, when are they and for how long? All right, very nice. Looks like people have got the hang of it. I promise I won't take up too much of your time, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the marketing side of SDI. Again, my name is Jennifer McInnes. I'm the Vice President of Growth and Marketing. And on behalf of my team, we are just so excited that you've chosen to pursue your educational dreams here. And one of our favorite parts of what we do is getting to watch all of the amazing things that you guys are going to do as students. Many of you have followed us on social media. If you do, awesome. We love that. If you don't, we'd love for you to do that. We are, we have accounts across all different social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. So feel free to check us out at any of those. And we love, love, love sharing student work. So you guys will see things like student builds of the week, for example, or we'll do student and grad appreciation posts. Sometimes you'll see us talk about or tag graduates in a post where they've opened a shop, for example, or completed a really cool build for somebody. Anything along those lines are things that we are very interested in. We love to kind of shout your good news from the rooftop. So please, please, please keep us posted on everything that happens to you as a student and beyond. The best way to get a hold of us is marketing@sdi.edu. or like us, tag us, interact with us however you'd like on social media. Now, I know not everyone is a social media person, no problem at all. Mr. Howard just talked to you about the Student Veteran Community or the Student Virtual Community Center. You can absolutely still engage with your fellow students there. And same thing, post your work and all of that good stuff. So if social media is not your thing, we totally get it. Feel free to pop over to the Student Virtual Community Center. We would love for you, and I know this sounds a little bit cheesy, but for anyone who is interested, we would love for you to post something, anything on your first day of school on Monday. So keep us posted, tag us, let us know. Like, I love to see people's setups, right? Your benches and your laptops and being ready for school. We kind of nerd out over that kind of thing. So please post a first day of school pic and tag us. And if you'd like us to pay attention to anything that you're doing, you can put a hashtag in any of your posts. A lot of the ones that we use are SDI student, SDI graduate, and why I SDI. Those are probably our top 3 most common ones. But again, like, tag, follow, whatever you want. There is one other thing I wanted to mention that is a little bit separate from the SDI managed social media accounts. And that is, there's a private Facebook group called SDI Student Group. That one is operated completely by students and graduates. And they've been nice enough over there to kind of let a couple of us be in there so that we can have eyeballs on it. But we really, really try to stay away from, posting or anything like that. That's really a space for students and grads. It's an interesting little setup, and you can get a lot of good feedback or questions answered or anything like that. Everybody's in the same boat there. So if you have any interest in that, go ahead and sign up there. It is a closed group, so they'll have you answer a couple questions about your affiliation with SDI just to make sure that you're going to be an incoming student, and then they'll let you in there. So we hope you enjoy that. All right, I think that's it for the growth and marketing department. You'll hear from us over the course of your tenure here probably about things like graduation and any other fun stuff that we're doing. But if there is anything at all that we can help you with during your time, marketing@sdi.edu, we would certainly love to hear from you and wish you all the best of luck. Rob, I'm turning it back over to you. If you can kill a little bit of time for me, I will find us some winners.
Thank you very much, Jennifer, and thank you everyone for all of your presentations. Hopefully you all learned a lot of information and know where to go if you have any questions. Before we get to any questions we may have missed, I want to cover a few things real quickly. These are very important while you're, throughout your time here at SDI, so just pay attention real quick and I'll cover them as fast as I can. The first thing I want to talk about is satisfactory academic progress, or SAP. SAP is tracked every semester, whether you drop courses, fail courses. SAP is calculated each term. If you have 2 semesters in a row where you do not meet the SAP requirements, you could lose access to your funding. That's federal student aid, that's your VA, that's your military tuition assistance as well. So please keep that in mind. Successfully complete your courses. Anytime you fail or drop a course, you run the risk of not meeting SAP for that semester. And like I said, if you miss 2 semesters in a row of meeting SAP, you could lose access to your funding. For shipping, please make sure, as Justine mentioned, when you get your shipping materials, open the box, make sure everything in there is what you expect it to be. Use the tools list on the website. Make sure you're not missing anything. Do not wait until the day before a lab is due or something like that to open your box and realize something's missing. Our fulfillment team can make some mistakes. They do a really, really good job, but you might be missing something in there. So please make sure you're opening your shipments right away and you have everything in there that you need. If you have any address changes, reach out to fulfillment at shipping@sdi.edu and they will get you all squared away there. Please keep in mind, we are still in the COVID pandemic, so we are seeing some delays with some materials. We do our very best to communicate any of that stuff out so none of you are taken by surprise by any of that. But there are delays. There are vendor supply issues with some of our materials as well. So like I said, we'll communicate that all out, but please be patient with us as we deal with any of those. Attendance, the easiest way to avoid any kind of attendance issues, any kind of withdrawal issues, post attendance every week. When you start a new course, you must post attendance in that first week. And then once you establish attendance, you cannot miss 14 days in a row in any course, or you will be withdrawn from that course. So like I said, the easiest way, post attendance every single week, and you won't have an issue. If you are in the associate's or certificate program, make sure you're getting your transcripts into us as soon as possible. If you have any left over, please work on those. Please work with us if you need any help, and we will get all of those taken care of. Social media, as Jennifer mentioned, participate as much as you can in social media if you want. It just enhances the education a little more, gets you to know your fellow students, gets you to know us a little bit more. So if you feel like it and you enjoy that aspect, please participate in social media, and I think it's just only going to make your education that much better. Throughout your time here at SDI, we do send out surveys. Please take the time. Please be constructive with your feedback in the surveys. Anything we can do that we hear from students that we can better our programs, we try to implement as much as possible. So please take the time to fill out your surveys. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what we can do better to enhance the educational experience that all of you have as well. Sarah talked a little bit about tutor.com. Make sure you're utilizing tutor.com if you need to. Tutor.com is mainly for general education curriculum. So those courses like your English and math and things of that nature, they specialize in the curriculum for courses like that. If you're in a firearms content course, tutor.com doesn't specialize in firearms content, but what they can do is you can submit any kind of written assignment to tutor.com and they can evaluate the paper for you. They can help you with your grammar, your setup, your citations, anything like that. So for your curriculum itself, tutor.com is better for your general education courses, but for any kind of written paper or anything like that, you can submit it through them and they can walk you through it, help you out, give you some guidance, and help you be the best writer you can be. At the end of the day, SDI is an online education, so I want you all to keep that in mind. You're going to have access to all the online content, all of our curriculum. You also have access to the internet, Google, anything like that. Please make sure if you're utilizing anything outside of SDI into your papers, do not plagiarize. Make sure you read it, interpret it in your own words. Please do your very best to make sure that you're not taking somebody else's work and taking credit for it. If you do use something out there, make sure you cite it and put it as a reference on your papers. And last but not least, pay attention to your schedule, your syllabus, your attendance, when assignments are due. It is up to you to make sure that you are successful here at SDI in your courses. All of us are here to help you out. We will guide you along the way. We will answer all your questions, but we cannot submit the work for you. We cannot keep you on time. We cannot organize your day or your hands-on labs or anything like that. So please make sure that you're paying attention and you're doing your very best to get the most out of your education. All right, Lindsay, have I missed any questions?
So I don't have any lingering questions. If you guys have any issues logging into the classroom itself, certainly be sure to contact your student services advisor. Rob, if you wouldn't mind just hovering over the contact information for the advisors. I did just have a couple questions come in, one being what time will you have access to your courses on Monday, July 5th, and that is midnight, July 5th. You should be able to get in there, so feel free to check those out at 3 a.m. in the morning if you want. Also, let me see. So you won't have access to the course content until the courses have been shared with you. So don't be alarmed if you're not seeing the course syllabus, discussion boards, things of that sort. You'll definitely see them for each of those courses come Monday the start. Otherwise, I don't have anything lingering, but like I said, if you guys need any access help to these sites or have any questions still outstanding, definitely contact your SSA. If you're not sure who your SSA is and you do need some login help, I'll be sure to include the student services alias, which we're all on, so we can be sure to assist you as needed. But otherwise, Rob, I do not have anything outstanding.
Thank you very much, Lindsay. All right, Jennifer, I think we bought you enough time. Let's announce our winners.
Awesome. Yes, you definitely have. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I know I only asked 3 questions this evening, but I went ahead and chose 10 people to win swag packs today. So here's what happens. If I say your name, I need you to email marketing@sdi.edu with the following information: your shirt size, your mailing address, and your phone number. Shirt size, mailing address, phone number. If I say your name, email marketing@sdi.edu with your shirt size, your mailing address, and your phone number. Okay, here we go. Number 1, Cade Miller, Kade Miller, Miller. Number 2, Anthony Guerrero, first name Anthony, Anthony, last name Guerrero, Guerrero. I apologize in advance if I mess up any of these names. I am doing my best. Number 3, Marcus Skopek, first name Marcus, Marcus, last name Skopek, Skopec. Number 4, Grace Nisbet, first name Grace, Grace, last name Nisbet, Nisbet. Number 5, Giovanni Hansley, first name Giovannie, last name is Hansley, Hansley. Number 6, Andre Trigiano, I think. First name Andre, Andre, last name Trigiano. Very sorry if I butchered that. Number 7, James Parsons, James, last name is Parsons, Parsons. Number 8, Nicholas Osterman, first name Nicholas, Nickolas, last name Osterman, Osterman. Number 9, David Bennett, first name David, David, last name Bennett, Bennett. And number 10, Kevin Bowman, first name Kevin, Kevin, last name Bowman, Bowman. I am going to post all of that in the chat. And if any of you heard your name, congratulations, you win. Email marketing@sdi.edu, t-shirt size, phone number, mailing address. All right, congratulations, everyone. And Rob, back to you.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Congratulations to all of our winners. And thank you all once again for attending tonight. We really appreciate it. We know you have probably a lot of better things to do with your evening. So thank you for spending the time with us, getting to know us a little bit, hearing all the information. Please reach out to us if you ever have any questions, any issues, need any guidance, anything like that. We're here for you. We wish you nothing but the best. And we will be here for you throughout your time here at SDI and even beyond. We're always here to help you out. So once again, thank you very much for attending and have a great evening. Good night, everyone.